my name is Riri. I'm a small creator in the Dandy's World community, and a lot of people recently have been coming online and making these long videos about how they don't enjoy Dandy's World anymore. And I guess this is me jumping on that train in a sense, but also in a little bit of a different way. My gripes here today are with both Qwel and the community. But just because they are, I don't mean any disrespect to anyone, and I do not want to offend anyone. This is just my opinion and how I feel. Another note, I'm reading off a script, or a very vague script, so I may stutter or pause a bit occasionally. I'm sorry for that. This is my, fifth time re-recording this, and I'm just about ready to say, it is what it is, you know? But, my first point, I think the players in this game can be super ungrateful. Let's start with complaining. No matter what Dandy's World players get, they can't seem to help but complain. And I'm talking about skins, Easter updates, and just songs, the game itself, and also the rare chances. Starting with skins, a lot of people I've been seeing say stuff like, oh, the new skins are super rushed. And I don't like the new skins. There are a few good ones, but most of them are super ugly. And while I agree a lot of the new skins do feel really rushed, Qwel probably rushed these because before all these skins were made, I saw a lot of people, and maybe this was just me, but I feel like I saw a lot of people saying stuff like, oh, there aren't that many skin options, or there isn't this skin, yada yada, or I don't really like the skins we currently have, I want to see some more. It's like, I just don't think they'll be satisfied. And then with the songs, before Wilting came out, a lot of the people were like, oh, when's Bessie's song? When's Bessie's song? When's that gonna come out? And then it comes out, and so many people are like, oh, the song was really bad, I didn't like the song, it was really bad, but it's like, be grateful you're even getting songs. We've got 3 of them, 3 really good songs for this community, which aren't easy to make, and they actually sound all quite nice in my opinion, although I don't have the best music taste in a lot of people's opinion, including my own, so that could just be me, but I just don't think they're as bad as people say they are. And then, another thing is the rare buff, I just think is kind of hypocritical, because while I agree it is bad, I do not like it. Before the rare buff, a lot of people were saying things like, oh, these rare tunes, they're so hard to get research on, and I just can't get these tunes as quick as I want to, and it's really hard. So Qwel was like, okay, we'll buff it then, and now people are complaining of the buff. And I agree, the buff is bad, but it's the same people who wanted higher chances more who are especially complaining about the buff. And I just think that's kind of stupid, or just kind of hypocritical of them. And yes, like I already said, the rare buff, not a fan. I once got GG and Flutter Floor 1. What is going on? But I still just don't think that people should be complaining when they get what they claimed to want. I do think it should be put back down though, in my opinion. Another thing is I've seen a lot of people say, oh, the game has gotten so boring for me, and it's like, well, yeah, you've been playing this game a lot of people are like, I've been playing this game since 2024 and it's getting boring, and it's like, you've been playing this game since around the time of its release. Of course you're going to get bored. Anyone would get bored if they played a game for around 2 years. And it's okay to take breaks from the game, or not play as often, or challenge yourself. There are plenty of ways to challenge yourself to make the game more fun, play as tunes that you don't normally play as, or try and get some of the badges. And I just think a lot of people should kind of realize that something's going to get boring if you, spend so much time on it. You can't spend time on something forever and expect it to always be fun and great. My next thing is a lot of people are complaining about RNG quests. So these quests where it's like, oh, encountered this twisted this many times, encountered this many times. While I do think it's lazy to spam RNG quests, and I do love how for Tune of the Week, Sprout had a quest that was kind of like an activity, something you had to do, a challenge, of the get to floor 10 and then activate the savory charm. I liked that, but again, I feel like people would complain if they just had 3 super hard challenges. I really like Tune of the Week's balance with 1 RNG and then 1 survival, and then 1 challenge quest. A lot of people I've seen complain about it, but I actually really like Tune of the Week. Apart from the AFK spots getting moved. And that leads me to my next point, the lack of gameplay updates. I agree with points on both sides here. I think we definitely need more gameplay updates, but also, what gameplay updates, you know? I think that getting rid of AFK spots is terrible. Terrible for the community and for the game, and it will ruin competitive playing. People need their breaks. They cannot be expected to play for 24 hours straight and just be perfectly fine. That's not healthy. It's literally dangerous. So people just aren't going to do it, or they're going to risk their own health to do it. And both of those are terrible. No one should be, not forcing, but no one should be making updates that could potentially make their players do this just for a badge or a high floor. But also, people say they want gameplay updates, gameplay updates, gameplay updates, gameplay updates, but then they kind of forget that they take a while to make. Like, they aren't just something that you can go, oh my god, a gameplay update. And sure, it's been a long, long, long time since our last one, but we've just had a major event and Tune of the Week. And now we're getting a tiny gameplay update. Very tiny with the 2-player machines, but still, that's an update to do with the gameplay. Can we at least be happy about that? And also, I've seen a lot of people not even suggest ideas for gameplay. They just say, we want more gameplay, we want more gameplay. What do you want the gameplay to be? Like, what do you want the gameplay updates to be? They never actually have any ideas. They just kind of shout into the void about gameplay. I do also think that both Qwel and the community don't listen to each other or anyone. The game is an alpha, and sure, it's leaving alpha soon, but a game in alpha is bound to not be perfect. It's not going to be the best thing ever, and it's only been around for 2 years. Like, you might think 2 years is a while, but I mean, it is, but in terms of, like, other games, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Minecraft took years to get to the point where it is now, and people still have complaints about that, but that's a whole other can of worms. I just think that it's, especially with such a, like, I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but from memory, Dandy's World doesn't have the biggest dev team, and it doesn't have the biggest budget. It's just a Roblox game, and it's not going to be something that they can always constantly work on all of the 100% of the time. Although I do agree with a lot of people saying that Qwel ignores suggestions, when she actually adds in suggestions, they don't fix anything. They're just a lazy fix. But also, I do agree that, or not agree, but I do think that players are really hard to satisfy. Just to summarize all my points, I think Qwel isn't listening to a community and should put the rare chances back down, bring back AFK spots, and just, I would really appreciate if some of the players were a bit less rude and appreciated what we had. But again, this is all just my opinion, and feel free to discuss how you feel about it in the comments, but please don't be rude. This channel is a safe space for everyone. And again, this video isn't made to attack anyone or to be rude or impolite. I'm just here to talk about my opinion and how I feel about the current state of the community. So, thank you for watching. Ray Ray out.